Hello everyone, Jeff with Elk Point Events here, Jerome Pullis, photography. Jerome, how does a couple go about finding a photographer?
Good question. There's a bunch of different trains of thought, but the best way to go about it is obviously first you got to find somebody whose pictures you enjoy and you like, and you wouldn't mind having hanging on your wall. That's number one.
Seems important.
Yeah, if you like their pictures, they should be added onto the list. Next thing to do is look to see if they have a starting price, and that'll give you kind of a ballpark figure of where they're going to be at. Some photographers don't list any pricing, and they do that because they want to be able to talk to you and be able to understand what you're wanting and explain the value that they provide. Because sometimes people see numbers and they just go by numbers and they don't actually know what that kind of entails and what goes along with it. So once you get the pricing down and you're in the ballpark, the next thing to do is to set a consultation with them. See if they're a good fit. You want to ask questions, lots of questions. Some of the questions that don't get asked that I end up answering for people at the end of a consultation, what happens if you can't make it to the wedding as a photographer? Something happens. You get sick. You end up getting trapped in a foreign country. Whatever. That's a good question to ask. Make sure there's a plan for that. Make sure they have a policy written in the contract. The other thing to ask for, especially if you can't find reviews online, ask for referrals, ask for references. If you can't find reviews online, that might be a little bit of a warning flag. But if you ask for references and they don't want to give you any or they don't have any, that would be something you definitely want to have as a red flag. You want to be able to know how other brides and couples have been treated, and if they found value in their services, how long it took them to get their images, all that. And it's great to be able to see that online or take it from somebody who actually worked with the photographer. Once you get to that point, then it's just a matter of weeding out the pros and cons for each photographer you talk to. Make sure you get along with them because you're going to spend more time with the photographer than your significant other on that day. And then make a decision. If you have questions, always follow up, ask more questions until you get, I call it the warm and fuzzy. Once you get to that point, you're ready to go.
All right. Well, thank you, Jerome. Jerome Pullis.